Hi everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Sitton, the tennis director, and I'm here to introduce our ball machine, which is available for all members to use to practice their shots. The key for this will be behind reception, so if you just go to reception and book court 11, you'll be able to get a key which will let you into the store cupboard in the corner, which is where it will be stored. And then you can come and set it up where you like on the court. I've got it centred on the court here, and then we have a power source over on the other corner of the court here. Very simple. So once we've got it plugged in, we've then got power. Now before I show you how to use the machine, we'll talk about safety. There's really three things from a safety point of view. Firstly, this all sounds very obvious, but never walk in front of a machine when it's on. If a ball hits you from close range, it'll give you a nasty sting. So if for any reason the balls stop coming out of the upper end of it, never walk in front. Just switch the machine off before you consider walking in front of it. The second thing is if a ball does get jammed, switch the machine off, and if you come and grab me or one of the other tennis staff, we'll come and sort the problem out. Don't go sticking fingers in and trying to poke around inside the machine. That could lead to an injury. And the other thing is, as with any electrical device, if it starts raining while you're playing, or if you're thinking of hitting in wet conditions, it's probably best to wait for a dry day. Balls tend to get stuck in the machine a little when they're too wet. So if it starts raining, please switch the machine off quickly, put it back in the store cupboard, and wait for another time to play. So in terms of operating the machine, it's really quite simple. We've got power at the top left of the control grid. Now I'll switch it on now, and nothing will happen for about 10 seconds. And the idea is that I now have time to run down the other side. And at the moment I've got it on very neutral settings, so we'll just wait for something to happen to the machine. Okay, so it's coming to life now. And what we have at the moment is average spin. I've obviously got it directing all the balls down the centre of the court here. And the first setting is the elevation one. So in the middle at the top here, if I increase the elevation, obviously the balls go much higher, as you'll see. And this will feed you lobs. If you take the pace off and increase the elevation, you'll be able to receive a smash. And obviously if I decrease elevation, it goes lower over the net. And in reality, when you're setting up a machine, you're always altering a combination of settings to get the feed you're looking for. Just try and get back to a correct elevation. Okay, so the next thing is speed. Again, I've got it on an average setting on speed. If I go up to top setting, this dramatically increases the velocity of the ball as it comes out of the machine, as you can see. So this is obviously too hard. If I wanted to practice volleying, for example, I would lower the elevation and increase speed. And obviously you can go to I won't go to the other extreme, but the ball can come out very slow, in which case you could practice some short balls by increasing the elevation and getting some very short, slow balls to come out. Now, it also gives you a choice of spins. Not sure how well you'll be able to see on the video, but I'm now feeding a top spin ball. Now this is actually a very good setting to practice incoming top spin. So what I do now is increase speed and spin and the elevation. And I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, but the ball's dipping quite aggressively the other side of the net. Great way of practicing against someone who would hit top spin. And at the other end of the extreme, what I do is decrease the elevation a little, and now go back to some backspin, and it hits some very aggressive slice. It always takes a few seconds to respond. So it's coming out with lots of backspin now. Oops, that's too low. So I go a little higher. That's it. I'm not sure if you can see down the other side now, but it's coming out with, that's a very aggressive slice. So there's huge extremes on the spin. Okay, so let's go back to some average settings. And the only other setting now is the intervals. So if I want quick succession of balls, again, very good for when you're at the net. And you can go to the other end of the extreme. I won't do it now, but you can have a gap of up to 12 seconds in between each shot. The only other part of the control panel is this on the right hand side. What we have is three positions, A, B and C, and this denotes where the ball will go down the other side. So at the moment I've just got B on, the other two are off, which is why the ball's only going down the centre of the court. If I switch A on as well as B, it will alternate between going to the left, in other words to your forehand, and then back down the middle. And you can, again, play with this to get used to it. If I put C on, it will now go in a pattern across the court. So A, B, C, A, B, C. And if you want it to come out completely random, you switch all settings on off, and it will now randomly select any part of the court down the other side. So let me just go back to the setting I had earlier on. Okay. The only other thing that may happen, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a little reset button down here. So if the machine doesn't like anything for any reason, that reset button will flick up and the power will go off. That means there's a problem. And if that happens, it's best just to put the machine away or to grab one of the tennis staff and we'll come and look at it. The best way to get the best out of this machine is to come and use it, play around with the controls and just work out what sort of things you want to practice on. If you're using it for the first time, come and grab either myself, Paul Lindsay or Nick Snapes, and we're happy to come out and get you set up and give you an introduction to it. So, hope you all enjoy using the machine. As I said, the key's behind reception. It can only be used on court 11 at the moment. And please come and see us if you have any questions. Have fun. Take care.